I'm just some schmuck on a motorcycle. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, and we're about to get on a really fun little stretch of highway right here.
So we're not going to talk at all.
I like this. I like this little road of colors.
Man, I got something wrong with my thumb.
With your what? With your what?
My thumb. All day today, when I go to pull in the clutch, I get like it feels like somebody just stabbed the tip of my thumb.
Ooh,
it's like a nerve pain of some kind here.
I like this little village here.
I don't think. Where are we? I don't think I've ever been up here.
I think this is called Mason, New Hampshire.
Oh, okay. I know Mason. I know Mason.
Well, I think this is the center of Mason.
I sold a motor grader to the town of Mason.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, bummer. We got a truck that's going to slow us down on some fun corners. Yep. We're not on this road very long, so we won't be behind him. Well, I think we touched on everything. Is there any other subject that we could come up that pissed off like a whole group of motorcyclists?
I don't know if we pissed anybody off. I think we need to try a little harder.
I think we need to. I think everybody just needs to get along. You know, that's it.
Well, I think generally everybody does get along. You know.
For the most part, you're right, because, when you're, especially you see that when you're on a trip on a motorcycle. When you're somewhere, I'm sure, because you've been on several big trips, when you're in Montana and you pull up at a gas station and there's a guy on a Harley who might be one of those guys that has a problem with Goldwings or doesn't smile when he's driving on the road. But when he sees you at a gas station and you got Mass plates and he's got Montana plates and you start shooting the shit, you come to realize that we all love, and we're doing the same thing for pretty much the same reason.
Yes.
Because we love motorcycling.
We love the freedom. I think the motorcycle brings the feeling of freedom that motorcycling brings us.
Correct.
I want to tell you something else because Sharon and I were commenting about that, or I was commenting on when we were talking about the wave. You don't find that out west. I didn't come across one Harley Davidson rider out west that didn't wave.
Oh, nice! I like that.
And I think I commented it to Carl on it because it was so out of the norm, so different. There was such a glaring difference between what we get up here and what I was getting out there. And I think it has to do with the openness of that country and the fact that anybody who rides out there, you are at the mercy. You're at the mercy of everything. It's brutal out there. You know what I mean? You can get in big trouble really quick out there. And I think a lot of it has to do with that there's more a camaraderie or a realization and a sharing of the danger out there, that people are more Harley Davidson riders are as I say, I don't think I came past many that didn't wave, and I proffered the guess that the ones that didn't wave were probably from the East Coast.
Yeah, that's good to know, because that's always been like a thing that's always bothered me, and I wrote a big blog about it, and I got some heat from certain people. But when my brother-in-law taught me how to ride a motorcycle when I was a freshman in high school, so I was a couple years away from actually getting my license, and unlike a lot of kids on motorcycles, I didn't learn how to ride a dirt bike. I learned on a street bike, so I never had a dirt bike growing up. And one of the very first things he told me was, you wave to another motorcyclist. It's just what we do.
Right.
And I thought it was the coolest thing in the world.
Right,
like,
right.
You know, it was so special that you don't wave to other cars. I guess Jeep people wave to each other. Miata people, I think, flash their lights, like their headlights to other Miata drivers. But, you know, motorcyclists, we wave. That's our thing. So I couldn't wait to get out on the road and wave. And back then, everybody waved at everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. And we just had a Harley guy that didn't wave to us. So
oh, did we? Yeah, well, see, I was too busy laughing at my own joke to even notice.
Did you wave to him at least?
I didn't even see him.
Oh, Jesus.
I didn't even see him.
See, so that's another thing. Then what percentage of people who don't wave aren't really just angry Harley guys?
Oh, I think there are some. I think there are some that just miss it. And that's what I say. I always wave unless I miss the guy, or if it takes me by surprise, come around a corner, I didn't see the guy. You know, I can't get the wave off.
Yeah.
But when I do that, I feel like chasing the guy down and apologizing.
I like that. Yeah.
Hey, dude, I'm sorry, man.
There's another one. Oh, we got away from him.
Yeah, sorry, dude. It wasn't anything personal. He didn't wave at me. Did he wave at you?
Yeah, he waved at me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so probably. Hey, listen. Even if we have to share a wave.
Okay. So, all right. So that brings up another good thing that just popped into my head. So, let's come up with reasons why it's okay not to wave. And I got a couple that I can rattle off. I'm sure you probably have a few, but so when is it appropriate or okay to not wave to another motorcyclist?
Well, I'll put the first one in, okay? So
Sure.
let's say you're going around a corner.
Yeah.
And a guy's coming the other direction. You've got one hand on the throttle, right?
Yeah.
And you're picking your nose with the other. It's hard to wave, especially if you got a booger on your face.
Well, that's okay. So we'll add booger to this for Richie's first. I always try, especially if I'm riding as fast as I can and I'm really honking around a corner, then I definitely do a wave because I just like to show off that.
I can do it one-handed.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I may crash and die someday doing that, but listen, if I got to pick a way that I'm going to die, that's just the way that I'm going to die. So,
right.
I think, so number one, I think the interstate. If you're on an interstate and it's a divided interstate, then I think it's okay to not wave. I usually don't wave on the highway.
Oh, see, I always wave.
Oh, okay, well.
I wave over I don't care if they could be 6 lanes away. I don't care. I wave.
You still do,
I stick my hand up in the air, and I'm a waving machine, man.
You do this? You go
yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Hey, look at me over here. I got a bike, too. All right, well, I guess I got to change that one, because that was my policy my whole life. I didn't wave on the highway.
Yeah, no, I wave. I wave. Listen, sometimes they just don't see you. A lot of times they just don't see you.
That's
but
true.
Like I said, if I don't wave, I feel guilty.
Yeah.
I want to chase the guy down and apologize. It's weird. It's superstitious, man.
And usually, or how about like a pack of, say, more than 10 bikes? So if it's a group ride, I won't do this, my normal wave. I'll just keep my hand on the handlebars and I'll do the handlebar wave. So that's another good subject, right? There's types of waves. You got the low wave, you got the high wave, you got just the handlebar wave. I'm not sure if my camera can see that. So do you have a limit of bikes? If there's more than a certain number, do you not wave?
No. If there's a lot of bikes, I just keep my hand out like this.
Yeah, like that?
Yep.
Interesting.
And I'll occasionally move it back and forth.
Richie, you like the parade wave?
Yeah, like the Ronald Reagan wave.
Yeah. Interesting. So I'm learning a lot about you today. Here's a nice Goldwing. This is your carbon.
I'm gonna wave.
I waved to him. Now, so he couldn't wave because he had his hand on the clutch, right? I understand that. But did you see what he did?
He nodded.
He gave us the old nod.
That's good enough for me, man.
Yeah, me too. I love that. No, that's a real, that warms my heart. It really does.
Yeah, he didn't want to see, he's like me.
Yeah.
If he hadn't nodded, he'd be chasing us down to apologize.
Yeah.
He would have felt bad about it, I know.
I'd give that guy a hug. I'd give him a man
I
hug.
could just tell the look on his face.
Yep.
He's spitting with motorcycles.
Yep. Now, I'm going to guarantee you there probably isn't a Harley rider out there that would talk to his Harley rider buddy the way we're talking about the wave and nodding, is there? That's another thing that separates us.
You mean that we talk?
No, yeah. It's a power, so
You didn't wave at that guy, did you?
I did. I waved
did
to
you?
everybody.
Oh, yeah, okay. I missed it.
Yeah, I did. I waved to everybody. Except for highways, groups of 10 or more. Let's see, what else?
See, here's my question. And no offense, okay, but this groups of 10 or more,
Yeah.
right? When the first one that goes by you, you don't know how many there are coming.
Well,
so what do? You cut it off at 10?
Oh boy, that's a good question, Rick.
Yeah, right. See,
I know. I'm gonna make myself sound really bad here. I don't cut myself off. I switch from this wave because I'm not like a real low, like 2 fingers down wave. Like I just do low. I don't go high. I do low. I go from low to handlebar.
Oh, right. So I gotcha.
But the problem is, so on the Ducati, handlebar's okay because they can see my hand.
Not on the Triumph.
The Triumph I have
bark busters on it.
Yeah. So then they don't quite see my wave, and I got little tiny fingers. I got a little dainty hand, so they don't stick up past mine. So we're talking about the wave, high, low, dainty hands.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Ah, boy. Let's see. This is what happens when you get old. Now that's why I'm hanging on to my youth.
Listen, honestly, it's not the fact that I'm old so much as I'm completely drunk right now. I have problems with my memory when I've been drinking, you know.
Going back to the wave now. How about this? Because now that I got, my girlfriend enjoys riding with me, and I explained to her about the whole wave thing. Like, she had no idea about motorcycles and, like, the culture and how people are so into it like we are. And then she had no idea about the wave and then how I felt about the wave. And so now I got her. She actually waves to people. So we both wave. So if you have your passenger waving, does that excuse me from waving?
Yes.
Oh, that's good to know.
That's the way I feel about it. As long as somebody on the bike is acknowledging. Matter of fact, when we were out in Utah, when Sharon came out, I specifically made that one of her responsibilities. I told her, I said, you take care of the waving, okay?
Interesting. And she was okay with that?
Oh, yeah, she's a waver.
Yeah, good. She likes that, huh?
Oh, yeah, she never misses an opportunity to wave.
Yeah.